Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell with a BA Genetics update. Here's Dale.
Joining me is Ryan Menyo from BA Genetics. And Ryan, this week, many soybean fields are showing this bronze or yellow color to them. What exactly are we seeing out there?
What we're seeing out in the fields is soybean vein necrosis virus. This disease has been detected all across the soybean growing regions of the United States this year, especially in Ohio. Usually starts in the upper canopy. Soybean vein necrosis virus is spread by soybean thrips. Thrips are a small insect barely visible to the naked eye that feeds by piercing the soybean plant. Their feeding activity then spreads the virus.
What does this virus look like in the field?
It starts as a yellowing chlorosis along the leaf vein. Over time, the yellowing becomes reddish-brown, irregularly shaped lesions, and eventually the tissue dies. The disease is typically limited to within the veins. It can be confused with other common soybean diseases like brown spot, bacterial leaf blight, Cercospora leaf blight, and sudden death syndrome.
How do you control soybean vein necrosis virus, and does it impact yield?
To control soybean vein necrosis virus, you must control the soybean thrip that carries it. You need to control the thrips before they feed on the soybean plant and spreads the virus. To do that, you need to use an insecticide labeled for thrip control. The best and most economical time to control insects is the R3 growth stage. Once you see the disease, there's no known treatment for the virus in a plant. Unfortunately, thrips reproduce very quickly in hot, dry weather. As for soybean vein necrosis causing yield loss, current research shows no known yield loss, but with any disease, the possibility of yield loss could occur.
I've been visiting with Ryan Menyo. If you'd like to know more, please contact your local BA representative.
Thanks, Dale. Well, the USDA has launched a new debt consolidation tool that allows U.S. agricultural producers to enter their farm operating debt and evaluate the potential savings that might come from debt consolidation. That consolidation could come from either a local lender or the Farm Service Agency. Significant increases in U.S. drought monitor coverage nationally and by category were noted over the month of August.
Late summer heat and its impacts on the end of August U.S. drought monitor. USDA meteorologist Brad Rippey.
To put some numbers to it, as of August 27th, we saw 27.7% of the country experiencing drought. That is up almost 8 percentage points from what we saw just 4 weeks ago, 19.9%. At the end of July.
The dryness trend becomes more concerning when adding in abnormal dryness to the categories of drought.
Near the end of July, we saw 48.5% of the country either experiencing abnormal dryness or drought. That has catapulted to 64.6% of the country, almost two-thirds of the lower 48 states, dry or in drought as we approach the end of August. That is the highest level of D0 through D4 that we have seen since mid-January 2023, more than a year and a half ago.
I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
The University of Missouri's Food and Agricultural Policy Research Institute released its 2024 baseline update for U.S. agricultural markets. In the absence of new shocks to the weather, the macroeconomy, or policy, projected prices will generally remain near current levels for the next 5 years. Some of the key results in the update include increased acreage and large yields that will mean a record 2024 U.S. soybean crop. Record yield will result in the second consecutive 15 billion bushel corn crop this year. Given the projected reduction in prices for a broad range of crops and moderating production costs, there is little incentive to sharply change crop acreage allocation in 2025. The markets are next.
Hi everyone, this is Dale Menyo from the Ohio AgNet. For a quarter of a century, I powered my truck with biodiesel, traveling the state promoting agriculture. Biodiesel is a reliable, high-performance fuel that works in any diesel engine without modification. The best part is that with every mile driven, I'm fueling the economy, doing good for the environment, and supporting soybean farmers. Learn how using biodiesel can add value to every bushel of soybeans grown at soyohio.org.
Get ready for the 62nd Annual Farm Science Review, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's more than a farm show. Explore over 600 exhibitors across 2.6 million square feet, providing equipment, services, and education for farms of all types and sizes. Tickets can be purchased at participating OSU Extension offices and agribusinesses, as well as online. Visit fsr.osu.edu to buy your Farm Science Review tickets now and plan your show visit. We look forward to seeing you at the 62nd Farm Science Review, September 17th, 18th, and 19th.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, September corn $3.78 up 6 1/4. December corn $4.01 up a nickel. September soybeans $9.82 up 8 1/4. November soybeans $10 a bushel up 7 1/2. September wheat $5.32 3/4 up 7 3/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, August cattle $185.85 up 97 cents. October hogs $82.22 up a nickel. October feeder cattle, $237.75, up $1.07. This is the Ohio AgNet.